Hello aspirants, welcome to Ekam Academy. Today we are going to discuss about a recent topic in economy which was in news, that is universal basic income. So what is the context of this particular concept and why universal basic income is very much important in a country like India? What are its advantages, what are its disadvantages, and what are other international practices that are already used along with Indian case? Is there any such state which is actually have tried with this concept of universal basic income, and what should be done as an alternative to universal basic income, if we can do any? All these things we'll be discussing in this particular video. So first thing, we'll understand what is the context of this particular news. Why? Because recently many countries, as they're facing jobless growth, which is not at all good for Indian economy, many persons are advocating the solution for this can be universal basic income, right? So what is this concept? Let us understand. In this context, so what is universal basic income? Universal means which will be given for entire population irrespective of any criteria. Entire population will be covered and they will be given a basic income so that their essential needs, okay, will be fulfilled. Who will be giving this? It will be given by government or any public agency. So this is the meaning of universal basic income. Then what are the three essential components here? Three components are mainly part of universal basic income. So what are those three? Universality, unrestrictiveness, that means without any restrictions, it has to be universal. At the same time, agency also will be taking care about this universal basic income. So these are the three components. Now let us understand the advantages of having this universal basic income. So when the government is giving certain income, like for example 10,000 rupees per month for any individual, irrespective of his economic status, social status and everything, then what generally happens? It can help in increasing the standard of living of the people. Yes, right? So this is one advantage. And then already we have different welfare schemes, right? So then actually if you see the case of PDS, right, public distribution system, where they're giving free food grains and all. So then most of you might have seen a situation where these people are buying that or taking that particular free ration from PDS and all, but at the same time they're selling in the black market. That means the rice or the grains which are actually given as part of PDS, they're not finding it to be edible. So they're selling again and they're cashing out of it and they're buying accordingly. That means if you're giving, instead of giving the benefit in the form of rice or food grain, if you generally give in the form of cash, that means it can also increase the individual's choice. So which type of things they want, they can buy that particular that particular thing. So that will also help in increasing the individual's choice. At the same time, it will also create administrative effectiveness. What is the reason? When you are implementing welfare schemes like food grains distribution or subsidies and all these things, what happens, there will be a lot of corruption involved, or it can also lead to duplication of the beneficiaries. Certain things can happen. So this will ease the job of the government, because you will be transferring certain amount every month to the individual. So based on that, he can have his freedom to exercise in what regard he can use that money. At the same time, we can also say this particular universal basic income also improves people from overcoming poverty, hunger, etc. Right? So this is one other advantage that we have. So such advantages are part of universal basic income. At the same time, we also need to understand what are the disadvantages. So when we are already doing welfare schemes, now we know that is actually given larger proportion in the budgets and all. But if you're, instead of giving food grains and all at subsidized prices and all, if you start giving universal basic income, then definitely it will increase the burden on exchequer. So as it is universal, you have to give it to everyone irrespective of the criteria and all. So then it will definitely increase the cost on the exchequer. At the same time, it will also make people very lazy or unproductive. People lazy or unproductive. That means you stop going for work. When every month, if the government is giving certain amount, then that will discourage them from going to work, right? So this is one other disadvantage. Then if you are generally transferring the universal basic income, in the situation what generally can happen, how to define that every month this much amount of universal basic income will be sufficient for any family. What will be the criteria or the parameter on which you will be deciding this also will be the most difficult aspect, and then its implementation, right? So in whichever the scheme you are implementing, what generally happens when it has to reach the beneficiary, definitely there will be some element of involvement of the middlemen and all, so they'll try to again reap the benefits of that particular scheme. So implementation without any hassles also will be the main thing which we need to take care. Then, so what are the international case studies or the practices means? In USA, especially in Alaska, so citizens of Alaska are given certain money to buy oil and gas. Annually, they will be giving certain thing. At the same time, we also have Finland. So Finland is a country which is implementing universal basic income by giving free education, free healthcare, and sanitation and etc. Right? So these things are given for free. So that is how they're realizing the concept of universal basic income. And then we also have certain countries like Norway where it is giving certain amount every month, okay, so in dollars or whatever the local currency it can be, every month it is being given to some unemployed youth. They're giving for unemployed youth randomly, and this has also shown positive. And in Brazil also we are having this concept of universal basic income along with Canada and many other countries in one form or another. Then what is the case of India? Do we have this concept in India? Means in Madhya Pradesh there is a pilot project that was conducted. So it was conducted by Seva Foundation along with UNICEF. So when they have done on pilot basis, they have seen positive results of it. So positive results were noticed when they have implemented this universal basic income. At the same time, we also need to understand this concept in case if it is improved, okay, sorry, if it is there, it can increase the empowerment of the women. So generally, you know, most of the times women will be doing unpaid work in their households, that whatever the things that our mothers do for ourselves, okay, the particular thing and for the family, that is actually unpaid. So in case if she is paid every month certain amount, then definitely that will be helped in again elevating her health or nutrition and every other aspect. So that will again help in increasing the gender-based empowerment. So this is also one of the things which was observed in some parts of India. Then what is the advocacy or what has to be done in case of this universal basic income means Abhijit Banerjee, who was the Nobel laureate in terms of economy from India. So he has advocated that instead of UBI, universal basic income, you go for ultra universal basic income. That means ultra means target the poor sections of the people. So if you target poor and if you give to them universal basic income, definitely it will show some positive impact on Indian economy. So that is what he has given as a suggestion. So this will have positive impact on the Indian economy. So this is what the experts view in this regard. And not only this, economic survey in 2016-17, it also has highlighted the need of bringing universal basic income when we are not able to fulfill the welfare related measures properly, right? So then what can be the other alternative to this particular universal basic income means? So the persons who are actually rich and affluent, so they can give up their subsidies, give it up. If you have seen this particular give it up campaign is normally seen in getting the LPG subsidies and all. So many famous celebrities have given their subsidy away so that that money can be saved and it can be given to the poor. At the same time, we can also use naming and shaming in case if any of the person who is above the poverty line, if he is also getting the benefits of the welfare schemes, if we name and shame, in that way we can save certain burden on the exchequer. At the same time, we can also bring a gradual change rather than a sudden change. You can bring some gradual change in the system so that we can reap the benefits of universal basic income. So this is the entire context of UBI. Now let us see the practice question. So which of the following statements regarding universal basic income are correct, right? So among the three options, try to choose how many are correct and put your answer in the comment section. Then, as we have reached end of the video, today we have discussed about the concept of universal basic income. Do India actually need universal basic income? If you are in the favor, try to put your opinion in the comment section, or if you are against this concept, try to put your view in the comment section. Then we also have seen what are the advantages, disadvantages, global practices, what is Indian case or status, along with expert views and alternatives. So this is with respect to today's video. If you found the video informative, let us know in the comment section. Thanks for joining. See you again.